Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at some more of my recent Blu Ray pickups. Uh, these are all basically bargain Blu Rays. I have not paid full price for any of these, so even though I have several, do not think I've spent a fortune, because I have not. I took advantage of, there's a couple I got from the $5 bin at Walmart, but the majority of these I got at my local game store, which also sells used DVDs and Blu-rays. And you can pick up Blu-rays there as cheap as $4. I mean, they're practically giving them away. So if you have a local game shop or a local used video store, go ahead and support them. They'll appreciate your business, and you'll be able to pick up some great titles that are absolutely for cheap. The first one I picked up is The Double. This is a spy movie called, I already said it's called The Double. It's a spy movie starring Richard Gere and Topher Grace. Looked pretty good. It was done by the writers of Wanted and 310 to Yuma, and I really like both of those movies, so I thought, yeah, I'm gonna pick this one up for a couple bucks. I can't beat it. Yeah, I like spy movies, so that was a no-brainer for me. This next one is called The Bagman. This one is kind of an action thriller starring John Cusack and Robert De Niro. It's got this girl named Rebecca da Costa in it. I've never heard of her. Maybe this is her. If it is, she's pretty, but I've never heard of her. I wasn't sure if this is going to be good or not. It sounded interesting. Looked like it would be kind of have an action edge to it, and I like action movies. So, again, for the price, I couldn't beat it. I like John Cusack, and he doesn't get to play a lot of action roles, so I'm going to give him a shot. This next one is an Ethan Hawke movie, Daybreakers. This is about vampires, and if I'm correct in this one, the vampires can they go around during the day? I don't remember. Someone correct me on that. Anyway, it's got Willem Dafoe and Sam Neill, and they're also really cool. And I wanted to pick up a copy of this one because I heard it was really good. It's not your typical vampire movie, more of an action movie that has vampires in it, which I'm all over. Next one's another kind of an old one. This is Collateral, starring Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. Tom Cruise plays against type as a bad guy. He doesn't usually play a bad guy. I've seen it before. It's not bad. It's a pretty good action movie. It's a little jarring seeing Tom Cruise play the criminal element, but it makes it a little more interesting. Although I do think that Tom Cruise does look a little silly in blonde hair. I don't know why he did that. Next one up is a foreign film. This stars Donnie Yen and Louis Koo. Flashpoint. This is in subtitles. There is no dubbing on this one. It's in Cantonese and Mandarin. So if you want to watch this version of it, it's Region A. It'll play here in the U.S., but you have to be willing to read the subtitles. I have no problem with reading subtitles. A lot of times I like to hear the film in its original language because it just seems more, I don't know, the acting seems better. Sometimes in English dubs, the English dub actors aren't that good, but I don't mind reading. But if you do not want to read subtitles, I think that there is an English release of it. You can probably get it from Amazon if you really want it, and I think there may be an English dub, but I'm not 100% sure. So if anyone knows, let me know in the comments below. This one is a Coen Brothers film. It's called Miller's Crossing. They use the format of Prohibition era mobster mafia tale. I'm usually not into mafia movies, but the Coen Brothers do a good job with their films, and this is not based on any true story or anything like this. They just happen to tell a tale, a tall tale, if you will, in that 1930s era, the mobster era. And if I do watch a mobster movie, I like that era. I don't really care for modern mob movies, but that 1930s era has always been interesting to me. Next one, I have a Western. You'll see that I do have a few Westerns in this collection, and this is the first one, Clint Eastwood in Hang 'em High. Classic, seen it several times. If you like Westerns and you like Clint Eastwood Westerns specifically, you probably already have this in your collection. I did not, but again, for $4, can't resist not adding that to the collection because I didn't have it. Now this one's an interesting one. This is also a Western. It's called The Proposition, but it is an Australian Western. It takes place in the 1800s, and it's their version of what happened back in their Western days, because they had their kind of Old West experience themselves in Australia, bush rangers and what have you. I do not believe this is a true story. I think it is fiction. Again, if anyone knows different, let me know. But this one looked really good, and I wanted to get a copy because I do like Westerns. This one is not really a Western. It's a post-apocalyptic sci-fi movie, but it does kind of play out like a Western. Some science fiction movies do that. This is called The Book of Eli with Denzel Washington and Gary Oldman. It's kind of the lone stranger coming into conflict with a warlord and his group of minions. I won't go into spoiler territories, but it's not a bad sci-fi movie. I liked it. I've seen it before, and I wanted to add it to my collection when I saw it. This next one is another sci-fi movie. It's called Looper. Stars Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who is doing Bruce Willis. Joseph is playing Bruce at a young age, and you can see they've even got his nose and his features kind of looking like Bruce. So I like that attention to detail. It can be a little confusing, I found, because this movie involves time travel, and sometimes time travel movies give me a headache because you've got time paradoxes and, well, what happened if this guy goes back and kills this guy or kills himself? What happens to the future? It kind of makes your head spin, and I found this movie does that to me as well. But I do like it. It's a fun film. I wouldn't overthink it. If you haven't seen it but you like time travel movies, go for it. Just don't try and overthink the thing. Here's another Western. This is the final Western I have. Never Grow Old. Got John Cusack in this as well, and I like John. When I was a teenager in the 80s, John did several movies, and I always liked John Cusack. He's playing against type in this one. He's playing the villain in a Western. And I don't think John usually plays villains. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know from the movies that I've seen him in or know about him being in, um, he doesn't usually play villains. So I imagine he had fun doing this one because he got to do something different than he normally does. So yeah, give this one a shot. I got this from Walmart. They're like $5. I mean, you can't beat the price on those. And finally, uh, I have a Bruce Willis movie called Trauma Center. Um, it's about Bruce trying to protect this lady from some criminals who are trying to kill him, and they're in an abandoned hospital. I don't know why. I'll find out. But uh, again, $5 at Walmart. I've always liked Bruce. He does a good action movie. This one, for you slipcover fans, does come with a slipcover. Uh, I don't keep them. I toss them. So I don't care. But if you like slipcovers and you go to Walmart, you pick one of those up. But it's Trauma Center. So thank you for listening to me, and I appreciate your time, and I'll see you soon. Bye.